think. There you go, there's light now. Hey, another day, another live stream. Originally I was gonna finish the Bioshock, but seeing that I had a appointment today and then we kind of pushed back a little. It got delayed a bit more than I thought it would be, so I only have like an hour, maybe hour and a half. So instead of cutting it the midway of the episode, the DLC episode, I'm gonna do a short Lost Technology. Then I'll finish the whole DLC mission on Wednesday, tomorrow, in one go instead of trying to do in segments. So today is back to the Lost Technology. I'm gonna play Alcatraz. So it's because of over the what's the word, Thanksgiving break. Been playing a bit of Victoria 3, and by the nature of the time period, I'm doing terrible things in terms of worker treatment and the nationalities and whatever, nationalism and whatever. So I thought we'd be feeling to just to try some crime syndicates this time. Alright, let's get started. Hopefully my throat is still a bit better, because one of the reasons I didn't do a stream on Monday was the one is a schedule conflict, but two is my throat is kind of sore for some reason. Kind of funny because I didn't go outside and whatever, so there's no reason I caught a flu or anything, but whatever. Maybe just the weather, or maybe just lack of sleep, whatever. Anyway, Alcatraz hard, let's go. I'm gonna leave it 1 hour or so, blah 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 blah. What's the opening yet? Northern regions of Electris. It's an extreme cold, barren land unsuitable for habitation. In the past, due to harsh conditions, it was used by a nation as a dumping ground for unwanted people. A hellish land where many criminals were sent. The town was created by the exiles and criminals, and it had become the final destination for many wandering outcasts. Wait, did they just dump them down there? Huh. So I guess this is like a checkpoint, right? So just dump everyone over, chuck over the checkpoint, close the gate, and do whatever you want. It's kind of harsh. At least the Gulag had some sort of camp, at least. It's a cutthroat society ruled by those with power who are willing to use that power. Until recently, a large number of criminal organizations fought for control, but one appeared which has managed to suppress and dominate them all. Conference room? Corrado is the boss of Alcatraz organization, which is also known as the Corrado family. He rarely speaks nowadays, even at important meetings deciding the future of the organization, and only then to make the final decision. I don't know what this guy would sound like. Looks like kind of arrogant personality, huh? Let's see. There are still a few pockets of resistance, but there's hardly anyone left that defy us. There are still a few pockets of resistance, but there's hardly anyone left who can defy us in Electris. Now we have a foothold to expand from. This man is on the boss of Alcatraz and is considered to be Corrado's right hands. He will become the next boss when the elderly Corrado passes away. Alcatraz was able to outmaneuver other organizations because of the Hilario's excellent leadership and brutal use of force to eliminate the obstacles. Blah blah. Ah, this is a health guy. Shit, I can't do voices. If you're invading, then Necrophia is a better choice than Serenius Torlus. The elf is a descendant of dark elves who were banished from the Austonia forest long ago. He also known as a consigliere. How do I read this? Consigliere, which is both a consultant and staff officer with the organization. Oh, so general staff? Although there's a restriction, like not having direct self-governance or being able to become the boss, his position is the same rank as underboss. Now the criminal of Electris plans to abandon their harsh home and aim for the richer lands. However, Electris has less power than other nations, so it was essential to consolidate the whole city before expanding their territory. Secret of Heya, the fortified city which is now ruled by the powerful knights of Kyonis? Do you think we're strong enough to beat them? It would be difficult with the frontal assault. That's not right. Assault. We have a low economy and military power, but now the organization is not unified. But now our organization is unified Alcatraz. We can let it sit here to rot. Of course, there's a chance to win. Let's hear it. First, Empire will make a big move in the near future. The Empire? It's true the former Emperor Reynold has died and those kinds of rumors are spreading around. But how can we be sure? The rumor was spread by Prime Minister Horace and Deputy Minister Garion. Stupid. Me, I can't read. Those put young Agnes on the throne and have true control of the Empire. Why would they bother giving us information? If the Empire tries to expand its territory by force again, then Knights of Kyonis' advocate about justice will raise an army to oppose them. They want to form an alliance with us before fighting against Kyonis. But if they publicly ally with the criminals, then they will lose the trust of the people in the Empire. I see that they can ally with the they can ally us officially, but they'll secretly pass information to help us for the time being. If that happens, Kyonis will be fighting the wars on two fronts. The desert people will also target the Knights. Even the powerful Knights don't have the strength to fight on three fronts at once, so we have a good chance to win. Will the desert people make a move? Because the Empire is giving us information like this, it's safe to assume they're also sending it to desert. And if the Knights doesn't send their force to stop the Empire? Wait until they raise the army? Sigiswald is not a mercenary who... Wait until they raise their army. Sigiswald is not a mercenary who only moves there where there's profit. Who'll act? If he won't burst easily, then we'll just spread rumors to force him to move. Even if he won't... I guess we'll give this guy a lower voice and I'll guy with higher voice, but I don't know if we can control that much. Let's try it. Well, the whole point of doing is to track this, I guess. So let's see. Even if we wait for the Knights and Empire to clash with each other, would we be able to capture the poetry city? Our military power is inferior to others, but we have an abundance of talented individuals. There are many experts in the profession. I just suggest recruiting Wishbone to our forces. That's too much of a risk. He's not exactly loyal to our organization. He don't need to worry about that. Huh. So the poison is ready. Interesting. Laboratory. There's a laboratory on the outskirts of Alcatraz, controlled city of Alcatraz. Blah blah blah. The old building, which looks like a hospital, is rumored to have been used as a prison for the political prisoner in the past. Now it is used by the descent on the people exiled to Alcatraz for the conducting cruel human experiments. Okay. Spy. ... The spy sneaking into the laboratory was sent by the Knights of Kyonis. The Knights of Kyonis who uphold justice received information of inhumane acts and sent spies to determine whether it was true. What is this? The spy had to go across certain medical records. The record contained details of poison's effects on test subjects leading up to their deaths after it was administered. You shouldn't be doing that. Isn't reading patients' personal medical records without permission a violation of their rights? Dinah. What? Dinah quickly stabbed the spy in the neck with a syringe before he could turn around and defend himself. That's creepy. The spy passed out almost instantly and fell to the ground with a thud. Oh, shit, I can't do that. How do I do this? Your movements are splendidly precise as usual. I'll be going out of business soon. The woman who was observing the entire scene from shadow is Avril. Sounds like the painkiller name. Advil? Yeah. Avril, assassin for Alcatraz organization. She is a master of seduction as she used to kill many people. She He worked exclusively for the organization as skilled assassin, but there are many requests for services from outside the organization. You've been tailing this man the entire time. I couldn't help it. I wanted to watch you mercifully stab in the neck with a syringe. Is that supposed to be a compliment? Of course. I don't know, I can't do that. Besides, if I killed him, I wouldn't have used my knife to cut his neck along the trachea to prevent him from screaming. And then this area will be covered in blood, wouldn't it? I have no issues with telling the person who made a mess to clean it up. But it would be problem if we couldn't interrogate him. Oh? You put this man to sleep so you could extract information from him. Yes, and? Well, I thought you were going to inject him with the poison and watch his suffering. And there's one thing my friend pointed out one time is that I mix up the letters in between of the words a lot. Which I didn't notice too much yet before. But yeah, well, let's continue. It's a tempting idea. But unfortunately I work for the organization. That's too bad. Would you help me carry this guy into that room? I've never carried anything heavier than a syringe. It can't be helped. しょうがない. Okay. This is certain kind of torture chamber. Hey, this timber is pointed wrong. Torture chamber. Spy walk upon found in a chair. It seems you're awake. I can't guess what you're doing here, but I'd like you to tell us. You look like a stubborn one. I wouldn't be able to enjoy myself if you were. How about we clean your nails first? She drove a nail. Oh no! This is a what's it called again? The gambling manga. He drove a needle underneath the spy's fingernail, causing severe pain. However, trained spy didn't correct on the pain. My turn. She spoke with the excitement as she took out syringe and injected something into him. He didn't know what he was injected with, but an indescribable horror struck the spy. How does it feel? Do you want to talk now? If you don't hurry, there won't be enough time to neutralize it. My turn next. Back. The door was open noisily. Hey, what are you two doing? Good timing, what's up? Aina! I have a message from the Ilario. He's talking Wishbone out of his cage. Finally. I need to get ready. I'm sorry, Avril. You win if you dispose of this guy. May I come with you? I don't mind, but what about him? Slash. In an instant, Avril had to slash his spy's throat. Not a problem. Hey, would you like to... Blah. Hey you, would you please take care of this guy's body and clean this place up? Okay. If Dana comes back and thinks this place dirty, then you're solved for the same embarrassing. They'll give it you are all okay? The way they left the room was a remnant of two people going shopping. So those two are very desensitized to the violence and gores and horrors. Whatever. I wonder which direction this game's gonna take, because usually you don't make the bad guy as your playable faction, right? You make the bad guy be the bad guy. And since they made the kind of tie-in with the sociology justice, Knights of Kunis a little bit. So I wonder how much. I wonder if they're gonna go with the contrasting route or it's gonna be the. Oh, actually, these guys have their reason to be like this route, or maybe some just go full up bad guy route, or just some random ship like musket ending. But I don't know. We'll see. Alright, Wishbone's resident. Wishbone is the name of a lizard man whose ancestor had received the blood of the basilisk, which had the power to petrify whoever you look at. It is said that his clan, born with the abominable powers, was driven out of the marshes and washed up in Alcatraz. Nowadays, the basilisk blood has thinned and fewer are born with the power to petrify. But Wishbone was born with a pure-blooded ability to petrify those he sees. He is considered dangerous by all criminal organizations. However, Alcatraz took note of his ability and guaranteed his safety while keeping him under house arrest. Dinah sanitized Wishbone's wrists with alcohol while he sat in the chair. Ilario and Abril stood nearby and watched it with weapon in hand, ready to kill Wishbone if he had made any sudden moves. Alcatraz is expanding into the world. Oh, that's not his voice. Alcatraz is expanding into the world. I'm going to need you to work as hard as you can. You will feel the same. Anna injected a drug into Wishbone's wrist. I'm sure you already been told this, but 24 hours after receiving this injection, it will become poisonous and kill you. To prevent that, you will need the injection of the antidotes. However, you will die 24 hours after receiving the injection, unless you get the first one again. Basically, you're not incapable of living without receiving alternate shots of each drug. It kind of reminds of the, what was it, plot from the Jurassic Park, where they engineered the dino DNA to lack certain protein or whatever, and so they'll die without the regular injection or something, so to prevent the runaways. How wonderful. If you desert, not desert, if you desert or turn traitor, you'll be dead in 24 hours. So as long as you remain loyal to our organization, you will get those shots. How many lizard men were sacrificed to make this? I'll never bother to keep track. Wishbone glared at Dinah as she became petrified. I'll break it! Wishbone yelled before Inari and Ever could kill him. He faced the two who were holding with their weapon at the ready. You bastard! Don't you understand? Even if you kill us here, you will still going to die too. No, that's not. Even if you kill us here, you're still going to die too. Wishbone removed the magic from Dinah. I'll obey the organization for now. But don't make me angry. We don't want each other to die, do we? Wishbone's word, which showed no fear of death, was the other three to hesitate. Fine, Dinah, what's your attitude around Wishbone? Their organization has no complaints as long as he works. I'm sorry, that was my fault. She applies before turning and walking away with the trembling legs. Interesting dynamic. Let's see. First turn I cannot attack, right? Yeah. Right now we have a bunch of stuff. I don't think I can have anyone that can recruit anyway. So I guess the plan is... Let's see if it still works or not. There we go. No, okay. So enemy is here, enemy is there, enemy is there. Some enemy later down the line, doesn't matter. Pretty simple, I guess. Expand. I can't draw. It's a mouse, so I can't really do arrows. Right, so I guess it's hold up here. And depending on how the event goes, either block this choke point. Although probably have a hard time going through the ocean unless I get the pirate guys. Maybe I'll get it from the events or something. So I guess probably the best idea is to defend here, then attack south. Maybe try to get some either elves or lizardmen through the two characters we saw at the event. Wow, this is really messy. Oh well. Let's see. Delete. Yep. So that's I guess that's basically it. First turn, I have nothing. There's nothing I can do anyway. So it's gonna turn the end of turn. Take with my about 1/3. Take this castle, and rest of it is so 1/6 each. No, 2/3 divided by third, 2/9. Anyway, oops, that's not what I wanted to do. I just kind of killed the gimp that I was using for the whiteboard. Oh, there we go. All right. So basically, one part, take this part and trying to hold off the dragons, and the rest of the two parts, right? 1/3 attack here, 1/3, half of a 2/3. No, third of a 2/3 of 2/9. Attack this, attack this, attack this, and take this. I don't know. Whatever. My brain is not working. I'm so lacking sleep. Even with all the caffeine I put it in, it's just kind of lacking. Let's see. What's the faction default? Pirates and Rogue, I guess. Yeah. Pirates and Rogues. Okay. It's kind of interesting. So Knights guys are open to recruiting, regardless of the races, right? And the antithesis faction of those knights, the Alcatraz, also start with a bunch of mixed races. So we have elves, dwarves, pirates. Well, not race, but faction, I guess. Sort of like proto-nationalism, or more tribalism, maybe. Humans, primal, so humans, lizardmen, dwarves, and others, elves. Yeah. Although their cooperation dynamics that hinges on mutual benefits instead of the common ideals. Whoa. Wolves are gone already? Shit, this is gonna be hard. So since our faction units are primarily rogue, they're pretty weak. Yeah. Let's see. 28,000, 2,800. Main trio will be fine, good enough, I think. Oh no. Those three are the only frontline units, huh? So I guess I'll divide them into three units. And then I'll take Elf with me, and Pirates gonna attack this way, so they can hold the ocean tile. But let's see, this guy or this guy? This guy. Wait, no. Oh, these are okay. I raised it backward. These are the backward, and those are forward. Okay. Okay. 1 forward and 2 back. Those go that way. Let's take one more. I want to see more dynamic between these two, but although events are not really bound by what characters are where, but I don't know. I like to kind of keeping the characters are usually seen together in the event together, geologically. Let's see if I remember the controls. C for speed up, X for all attack. Okay, simple enough. I'll just do auto now. 1 unit down. Oh, that's why the blue sounds like. この時間でドライブやってよ。OK。あ、ゼロ。Oh, alright. I don't know if I can remember that, but I'll try to keep that in mind, I guess, what it sounds like. I don't know, that's too much. I don't think I can do that. Oh, sick. Alright. Try to keep in mind, but the next event's gonna be a while after. Let's see, how long do I run up? Like exactly an hour, maybe. Alright, should be fine. Oh, okay. That was fast. Wandering courtesan. This is the event that was a Petra or something, right? That we saw at the night side. In the capital of Night Kunis, 95% of the population calling in home are human. It's unnatural that non-human walking through a city would draw attention. Streets of a fortress city, Secropia. Right, a little bit of soda. So this is a fortress city of Secropia. Secropia? Did I ever find out what actual city name was? Oh yeah, let me just check because of there's a wiki for the lost technology. In Japanese though. Let's see. Factions, units. Kekropia. Kekropia? I guess. Kekropia? Hey. Kekuro. Okay. Kekropia. Okay. Kekropia. Secropia. Kekropia. It's a nice city. The elf working through a street was bluntly dressed as a prostitute in the executive office of Alcatraz, who managed their prostitute ring. It was only a matter of time before city residents took a note of her and began to murmur with suspicion. Knight! There's a suspicious woman. Huh. She looks like to be shamelessly dressed like that in the middle of the day. The knight called upon the townspeople was Clarence. He became a knight because he aspired to be like Sigwell, the leader of the knights who governed the land. Because he was a novice knight, he was patrolling the town to maintain security. For the Knights of Kunis, keeping the peace in the city is part of the knight's job. Hey you! Prostitution is illegal in this city. Oh? A knight appeared. Petra was enjoying Clarence's embarrassing blush too much to try to escape. You're an elf, aren't you? A prostitute from Alcatraz? Indeed, I was born into beautiful Outland as one of the finest women among the most loved of the prostitution. Okay. I shouldn't laugh, but yeah. Such a cliche character, in a sense. Shit, where was I? Okay. You may come here to seeking work, but prostitution is illegal in the city. Oh? Then what are you going to do? Please accompany me to our office. I've done this before, right? On the nice side, so should I do this? Maybe I should skip this, but whatever. Clarence drew his sword and assumed a fighting step. First, you take me somewhere private, then I'll let you show me what I got. Petra raised her hand with no signs of resisting, while Clarence handcuffed her with an uncomfortable expression on his face. Hey! What? Are you only going to handcuff me? Petra gave this dissatisfied look at his handcuffs. The handcuffs are enough. You don't even have a weapon. Are you sure you don't want to do more? You could tie me with a... Okay, I'm not reading that. I'm not reading that. Alright? No. Not alright. Now walk. Are you going to save the pleasure for later? Or are you confident in your handcuff? Ah, shit. I'm sorry. Did I do this last time when I was doing this? There's no way I can read this with a straight face. Because this is like intentionally kind of over the top lines in a sense that suggestive. Quite a strange one. Nice of Kunit's office detention center. Why in the world did you come to this city? Are you trying to find a work abroad? Or are you doing a reconnaissance? Are you going to give me a little inspection first? Do you think I'm scum to that kind of passive verbal abuse? If you want to use a verbal abuse, aren't there a way to make it more sexual? Why are you so silent? Oh, I wonder, are you not good at verbal? Oh, I wonder if you're not good at verbal abuse. Then do what you ask with your body instead. No matter what you do, I have no intention of answering. Hey, if you think I'm lying, then why don't you try something? Wait. Even if you're my enemy, then it's forbidden except for torture. In particular, discrimination against women is felony. What do you do as a lustful Barrel? I read this.
Virile.
Virile, okay. What do you do as a lustful virile man, say? Hey, I'm part of the upper mage of Alcatraz. Wouldn't it be easy to get information out of me? You're part of Alcatraz leadership? Have you finally realized serious does this matter? Archer said this with a smug expression. I wanted to release her because it's too much trouble. But now that she says she's one of the leaders of Alcatraz, I'm free from the ship. I release her from making me uncomfortable. Let's take a break. I'm going to buy something to drink. You want anything? What are you going to buy? You don't know what you wanted me to drink, even though you can see right through me. You don't know what you want me to. You don't know what to. You don't know what you want me to drink, even though you can see right through me. What is going through the head of hers? Clarence left the room without another word. Oh, background noise. There's a construction again. Part of the reason I'm kind of hesitant to avoid the sound reading out loud is that they probably could hear me. Oh well. In the hallway. Clarence! Deputy Commander Pillinin stood as Clarence left the interrogation. Deputy Commander, ma'am. I heard someone unusual was found. No one was in there is all pressed to be brought in off the street, right? Yes. So, did she say anything? No, nothing yet. He claims to be part of Alcatraz leadership, but... well, I'm beginning to think it's a joke. A leader from the Alcatraz organization? Or a leader from the Alcatraz organization? To be honest, she seems like a dull-witted child. If she's being forced to sell herself by the organization, then I'd like to investigate her background within the city further. It is dangerous to come into the city and say she's one of the leaders of the criminal organization. I understand the situation. I'll take over interrogation. Interrogation. The R's are always a bit of troublesome for me, at least. I can't waste the deputy commander's time with something like this. As long as she calls herself a leader, I want to see for myself what kind of person she is. Understood, ma'am. It's a long one, isn't it? I think it took me quite a long time last time I did too. And I'm pretty sure I pointed out this giant lock and weirdly positioned. The attention center. This is a woman this time. Even though I can perceive that man is what that man is thinking, or rather push his buttons, I wonder if I heard his pride as a man. I've been acting rather childish. I heard you. I heard you. No. I heard you're a leader of the Alcatraz organization. I'm really Petra, the one who runs a project ring in Alcatraz. What are you going to do in this city? What are you going to do in the city? Do you think I'll agree to tell you my personal business after saying that? Then, kind of floaty voice right after a bit more firm voice, but probably inside I'm not really good at acting, so. Then, would you like to make a deal? If you really do run a processor ring from the Northern Electrics, then you'll almost certainly face a prison sentence of more than 15 years. If you answer my question, I'll let you go. I'm being underestimated. Just being released has no merit for me. For a human, 15 years is a long time, but this is just in a single moment for now. You should give me the information I want instead. And what if I did agree to exchange information? No, I can't do it. Because trying to read something in falsetto is a bit of a hard to control, but I need more practice. Well, this is practice, right? Then come closer and lend me your ears. Oh? Stupid truck noise in the background. Oh, are you scared? They cautiously leaned towards Patrick. Huh? Is this true? Is this true? Is this... is this true? I'm not a believer of God, but I swear to God in this case. Knowing that, what will happen next? Ever since I started managing the process ring, it says profit has dropped sharply. It's far from achieving Underboss's quota. If I fall to the deadline, I'll be harshly reprimanded. So in order to increase sales, I just target a more exotic clientele. I want to make my cute little sovereigns dress and act like knights for the customers. This is why I come to perform reconnaissance in this city. Reconnaissance. I can't read this. Recon in this city. In order to see the knights. Do you understand? So it is. So that is. So that's it. So that's it. So that's it. I understand. So now it's your turn, right? What kind of knights catches your fancy? No. I've learned what I wanted to know, and I'm not going to answer such an embarrassing question. What? What do you mean? I ask for gossip? You ask for gossip after telling me what you want to know. There's no longer need for another transaction now. You witch. That's playing dirty. It's your fault for asking such a ridiculous question. Then how should I ask? Then how should I be asked? If you wanted to know, then I ask various questions while hiding my intent. So naughty. I never thought a knight like you would use such an underhanded method. Don't sulk. Well, how about I release you with my authority? We have a ship which can drop you off as close to Chimeria. Huh? You bought this on from underhanded knights? Never mind. I'm fine with leaving you here. If your story is true, I would reduce Alcatraz earning. Clarence? Ma'am, I'm coming in. Clarence enter an interrogation room. And this someone to the border. Yeah, I see. What? Is he going to take me outside of city, have his way with me and kill me? I'll take you then. I remember this one. Such a long scene. And then the pirates, and let's see, this one's 23,000. Okay. Okay, I'm just gonna take the Lake Isthmus and the Frost Volcano. Third one is a bit too much, I think. It's possible, but just make this. It's better to play safe. Oh shoot. My fine motor control is kind of failing. Troublesome. Select all, speed up. Shit, lose, huh? Kinda cheesy, but I want to win. There we go. 30,000 and 22,000. Value 50 value 50. Those they're same value. Thing is that no, it's better to go up and down, so you don't have to worry about the repositioning the units. Even the top one's a bit tough. Should be fine-ish. Has the petrify on the wishbone, right? I think so. That one should be plenty useful, plenty strong at least. Wow, two orbs are really slow. From this way, snowman, marshmallow man. Let's see. Should be fine. Dwarves and lizards and fleas. 30. Cool. Okay, I don't know if I can remember it. Oh, there's a 3-step, right? Remembering, remaking, and performing. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna fail at the stage 1. I have the voice acting. Well, doesn't matter. The whole point is practice, and it's kind of good practice. It's kind of also good practice of me just trying to talk, because of my speaking skills honestly terrible. And within one turn, there has been 3, I guess, the prologue and 2 events. And I'm down to about half an hour. Okay. What's the crayfish? Corrado's mansion, color. Oh, this is quite a colorful fish. Yes, many of the fish living in the tropical seas are brightly colored, and there used to be humans who raised them in order to appreciate them. That's correct. That is correct. It would seem that everyone has their own way of omitting themselves, feeling affections for them like pets, using them like artwork to decorate the room, and finding enjoyment from observing them. Do you enjoy them? Absolutely. Using magic to adjust the temperature to match the tropical ocean is a bit of a hassle, but it hasn't worse having over catching them for me. If they do well, perhaps we can turn them into business. Wait. The door opened and members of the organization entered the parlor. The 3 members are Inario, the underboss, Over, who is in charge of smuggling, and Tortoiseshell, okay, who possessed the material obtained from process of material. Sorry you're late. It's fine. Shall we begin then? Each of them took a seat and Rex took out a book. I'd like to confirm first with Tortoiseshell. The profit from smuggling are declining. Did you produce a specific amount of goods? Of course. I met the production quota. None of the documents are submitted false. Then instead of stop, the problem is on the selling side. Over, profits from smuggling has fallen significantly. Do you have any explanation? Our leader has teamed up with the Cunics to get into my way, so we are forced to back off. Huh. In other words, as long as Aletta and Cunics are working together, we can't expect any profits from smuggling, correct? Huh? No one said that. But it's definitely not a simple situation. It seems you're carrying too much responsibility. Let's find a replacement. What do you say? If you're talking about declining profits, then that's prostitute Petra didn't even meet her quota and failed her deadline, right? What's going with that? Slash. Rex tried his hitting with a cane and gave orders shallow cut off the space. Shh. God! Do you really believe an ugly bearded man like you is an equal with a beautiful Petra? Oh, this guy's a racist. Or not really. What do you call those? The people are biased with the how good they look. There was a word for that. I don't remember. What is it called? Anyway, whatever. And about the face, looks are. Hey, there you are. The power and the numbers all that matter. That's right, but you're not getting your numbers of value, are you? If that's the case, that shouldn't be the same for Petra. Why am I the only one getting the rotten treatment? Don't you understand? Don't you understand? The Rex picked over around with his slender sword. Ah! Yes. Ah, that makes sense. It's because I like Petra. So that's why such favoritism is allowed. You're dense. Huh? Over. The amount you made for organization this time was 42,000. My amount was 53,000. 530,000. In other words, even after subtracting Petra's deficit of my profit, I still far surpass my own. That's what power is. Those without power are free to favor whoever they want. For the organization, it's better to tolerate Petra than to risk my dissatisfaction by removing her, correct? Damn it. Yeah, it's not acceptable to judge based solely on looks. Lookism, yeah, okay. This time Rex stabbed her in the foot and a twist of light. It is acceptable, isn't it? A fish living in the field successful isn't equal to a beautiful tropical fish. I'll never give Inari a fleeting look. Huh. That's enough, Rex. Orver is going to work himself to death now, alright? Understood. Understood. Let's just leave it at that then. Is there anything you want to say, Orver? No, nothing. Good. That's all for now. Interesting dynamic. That's all units now. I don't think that anyone can recruit. Lenuta? What is this? Who's this guy? Yeah, I don't think anyone can recruit. Gosh, let me click on it. I want to see the backstory. One down, no. Then rogue. Let's go down to 5,000 credit. I need to get the pirates as well. Alright, that should be enough. That's 9,000, 7,000. Probably have to defend this one's next time. Looks like Lions are not taking the city yet. Against the city. Elves and Lizard having at it. Looks like the Knights and these guys are about to fight. Elves are fighting the Naya Empire as well. They're aligned. Okay. It's kind of interesting. The mission briefing, the opening prologue, didn't mention the dragons, even though they're pretty strong contender in the region. Interesting. 76, it's not enough. So I guess I'll take the neutral zone, then pull back, and make sure I can have enough force to defend the checkpoint from the dragon. Okay. Right, let's go on. Should be simple fight. Well, in terms of new games I've bought over autumn sale, I bought the Homeworld remastered version or whatever. This was like a $5 or something, pretty cheap. I'm probably gonna, after this one, there's like 2 more faction I can play in the Rust technology, but I'm probably gonna finish try out the Homeworld, so that'll be next week or so. But between those two, I'm probably gonna first finish off the what's it called, Bioshock Infinite DLC missions. After that, I'm probably gonna either do what's it called, the airplane game. What is it called? Ace Combat. Yeah, Ace Combat 7 was it? It was on sale. I don't know. I probably should have spent the $20 or whatever, 15-20 bucks or whatever, on buying some equipment maybe, but I don't know, I couldn't help myself because last time, it's been so long since I bought any games that are like not Paradox or Space Engineers DLC. I don't have, well, it's just 2 lunches, right? I can spare 2 less meal a day. 2 less meal a month. Whatever. Although, since my day job's kind of looking shaky, maybe I should have saved it, but I don't know. Next time, if I don't buy this time, next time we'll buy it, will be like... What's the next sale? It'll be like February or something, isn't it? Anyway, yeah, so those are the future. Doesn't really matter at the present, but those are the thoughts. Although there was this idea of a like a reason 3 or so of a reason I'm doing the streaming is to clear my backlog or whatever. But so I thought of doing the the Steam has the play next section, right, in the library. So it kind of suggests you, oh, you play this kind of game, so maybe you really another event, right? So you play this game and you play the other games. So there's the games you haven't played in your library that you could try next time. Try next, because they're similar to the games you played, right? Maybe I thought we just clear those one by one. There are some games I've bought it either through Humble Bundle, I think, long time ago, or on sale that I never played, or maybe played like 5 minutes that I could try it out. Anyway, let's continue with this one. Probably gonna... Okay. Triumphant Return of the Courtesan event. Compress room. Hi, Petra, I've returned! I was a little worried for your safety when you took so long to return. Why did she even bother to come back? You think I'm so clumsy that I wonder if I never return? It wasn't necessary to worry about what you see. Haha, it was unnecessary to worry about you, I see. Rex is talented, but his biggest weakness is that he turns a blind eye toward his own race. So, you're the one in charge of prostitution. My first impression is that she's stupid one. Huh? It's nice to meet you. Petra walked up to everyone bowed. Everyone bowed. Huh? Why are you staring at my breast? Every hurriedly put the cloak to hide her body. What cloak? Huh? You're uncomfortable? I'm a woman, is it? So isn't it okay? It's not when you're staring so lewdly. Is that so? That's a shame, because I thought you wanted to display your body. I don't have anything against a man looking at me like that way, because I'm trying to tempt him. It's creepy when people of same sex stare at me though. Ah, how sexist of you. Although it's kind of, I guess, scary. It makes you uncomfortable because it's outside of your expectation and your set boundaries. Who is this? It's one of the lower executives. Oh, you're Dinah, right? I've heard stories about you. Petra ran up to Dinah this time. It's nice to meet you. Avril's curvy body is sexy, but slender body like this, it's also very attractive. Ah. Without saying a word, Dinah struck a strange feel with an aesthetic, just Petra's neck. Shit. This person, I like this personality. Petra collapsed onto the ground with thud. Hey. What the hell is this girl one of our leaders? Why the hell is this girl one of our leaders? She's pretty useless. Should we get rid of her? Avril? Dinah? You want to die? Rex has always been a gentleman and rarely showed emotion, but there was a hint of anger in his voice now. The two men were shocked. If Rex wanted to, it would be no problem for him to eliminate the two, both in the terms of strength and position. As you already know, she's executive. This is the problem with the English word. There's like a, in English, there's like this up and down strength and accent, whatever. That always kind of, that's something I don't really have in the first language. So English has this sort of a rhythm to it, and there's like up and down, and there's also like which syllable to stress out and not. And pronunciation and the spelling is kind of disjointed with each other, and I was sort of executive. So I had to rely on my subconsciousness, I guess, not to read the words. As you already know, she's an executive, and you two are only members. Know your place. Well, something like that. I'm sorry. I'll change my behavior in the future. Good. I know. You're responsible for taking care of her. Understood. The Dinah's? Okay, I'll continue later. Are you awake? It seems I was exhausted from the long trip and those, Did you look after me, Dinah? I'm sorry to have worried you. Petra got up and gave a hug to unwilling Dinah. Not an idiot. How the hell did she become executive? Hey, can I ask you something? As it peeled Petra up, Dinah took to ask the same question Abra was thinking. Huh? That's great. Is there anything you don't understand? Just ask me. After all, you're my cute little subordinates. Huh? What? Huh? Didn't Lex tell you? You've been replaced under my direct supervision, so we're a team. Wait a minute. What? Well, that's the way it is. It's nice to meet you. From what I've been told, the associate member, Wishbone, will be also joining us. I asked them to reorganize because I was having a man on my team would cause a lot of trouble. But it looks like there's no reason for it. There is a reason for it. Would you introduce me to him later? Yeah, okay. The visual of this guy reminds me a lot of the Regan from the Inside Job. Mainly because of the lab coat and unkept hair. Some water. You two have been working freelance and didn't belong to any teams. If I felt sorry for how lonely you two were, so I asked Rex to add you to my team. That was none of your business. So that's why. Well, it's not every day you get to work under a reliable supervisor like me. I hope you feel like you can depend on me. Those poor people. Yeah, this is nepotism. Well, we haven't had a chance to see whether or not Petra is capable yet. bad. She returned from the mission out of nowhere, then placed on the boss of the random people. That's an nepotism, whether or not she is just spy or not. Okay. 8,000. Let's see, it's 12,000. Now I'll get some more rogues in here. Down to 3,000. No, 4,000. Ah, Colleen. I wanna look at her like story, you know, the character card, but I can't. Wonder if I can do it from here. What's her name again? I'll just go by location. I don't even know the location name. What's her name? Okay, let's call this. Because I don't remember, not that I'm good at memorizing any names and faces, but I don't remember seeing character before. Can't click on it. I want to see the character card like this. Alright. Next turn. Should I do that? Ah, they attacked me anyway. Should I run? We have a slight upper hand, but they're much stronger than me. Shit. That didn't work. Can't even run because it's stuck behind the... They're splitting the upper place. And we're losing horribly. Let's see. At least there's some section of enemy that was severely affected by the poison skill from the what's her name? What's her name again? Dinah. Are we winning or losing? Number-wise, we are on disadvantage, but they have a section of the units that are what do you call this? CC, stunned or paralyzed in this case. Numbers are kind of decreasing at a steady rate, similar on both sides. I don't have any control over any of them right now. All of them is just... that's gonna cost me. Enemy leader, can you get it? No, looks like not. Yep. We lost a chance. Okay, no. Actually, number split, so we might be able to win this. I don't know. Let's see. There we go. The elves are pretty strong. Elves, the archers are pretty weak on the range of the melee attack. Just taken care of. Let's see. Oh yeah, now recently, slowly been watching whenever I have free time, random YouTube video, educational video about like linguistic, I guess, pronunciation, and stuff, so I can speak better in a sense. Kind of random thing I watched today, or it was yesterday. It's kind of hard to tell because my sleep schedule is so out of whack. about how English has this rhythm to it, and that matches up with the Pink Panther theme for some reason, which goes a dun 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 da 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 dun da dun da da or something like that. I kind of found that kind of interesting because those things are something you don't aware of, but yet you use it every day in speaking English, and I can sort of see the where my speaking pattern kind of fails to meet those. So which means which is like in Korean at least, it's still the word order doesn't really matter, and then the tempo and whatever stress and up and down, whatever you call it, and it's kind of irrelevant. So there's like it's kind of technically wrong and right, and the notion of the speak it flat, like you speak as if it was all same tone, which is a kind of true, kind of false in Korean at least, and whatever. Anyways, it's just that English has this baked-in grammar or pattern, or I guess that you have to sort of follow. You sort of use unconsciously without you noticing itself, which is kind of interesting. I guess it sort of explains why I always add like a little bit, I think. Like, I guess, so maybe I think and blah 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 at the end, because I'm quite used to, because in English the important bit comes in first, and in general in Japanese and Korean important bit comes in at the end. So the tempo of me speaking, or at least my sentence structure, kind of becomes so instead of a slow, fast, it goes medium, long. So I need to add a little caveat at the end, because that goes short in English when I speak English. I don't know, maybe. I'm kind of guessing because I can't really test it, right? Because I'm just trying to test something. Is whether it's true or not is kind of affected by the thing you're gonna, the being, knowing the thing you are gonna test for. So it kind of makes any kind of data gathering useless. What was it? The example they had was like there was some like a famous speech by Kennedy, and then some speech by former Queen of England, former Queen of Commonwealth, and what was Shakespeare's and whatever. It's kind of interesting. They sort of follow those patterns. Then I don't really understand the other part, which was talking about the weak form or whatever. I guess that was for the response. That was sequel, like connected to the whatever video he put out before, which talks about the weak form, which is more ties into the which syllable you stress or not or something. Yeah, the stressing syllable is something I cannot like consciously notice, I guess, because it's not something I have in my first language. I don't think, at least. Maybe they do, but maybe something different. So the only way I can make use of those is basically do it without knowing that I'm doing it. Just following the typical California accent. Yeah. Like I'll notice something sounds a bit off way I talk, and versus what naturally English talk, native English speaker talk. There's you can feel a bit of a difference, but if you ask me what's the difference, I will never be able to point it out. So maybe the little accent way the center the structure is the difference. Stressing out just a little. I think I do. Try to, because of whenever I speak words or whatever that I learned in US or speak in a way the US does. But then there's some words in English or whatever I learned in New Zealand of all places, although it was only for like months or so. Then whatever I learned from the Korea, which kind of mix of the, depending on where you go, it's kind of mix of the British English and the US English. Dude, I haven't seen about this girl, yes. We shouldn't start by with it. You can win what I make them on okay, sure. If in the ones, blah blah blah, you've seen it before. Oh, another event. Oh, this faction has a ton of event in front. That's pretty interesting. Hey. Treatment. Let's see. I don't know. Conference room. Wait, 1 second. Someone ping me on the. 1 second. Be right back. Okay, that's... Yeah, I gotta keep my eye out on the DMs and whatever because the projects are due soon. A lot of coordination going on. Right, so where was I? I have like 10 minutes left, so after this event, I'm probably gonna have to call it a day. I got a letter from Over. There's something he wants to say with all three of us present. Well, I can guess what he wants. What? What? He probably wants to be treated better. If that's not possible, I will say it's affected Kunis. I doubt it. A knock came from the conference room door. Enter. Pardon the intrusion. Over. Let's get straight to the point. What do you want to say? Huh? Of course it's about the way I'm being treated. What the hell is going with my pay? I thought I explained that it was a penalty for not meeting your quota. Don't screw with me. I won't take any more humiliation. If you don't treat me like you did before, I will join Kunis. Sorry. Please continue. Over. Over. Roger. I don't know what's so funny, but that's all I have to say. If you want to join Kunis, what's stopping you? What did you say? Over, I'll offer this advice for your sake. Do you really think Sigvald will give you a respectable position? What? It wouldn't be a problem if you had traded information. After all, Rosetta used to be an Alcatraz pirate. What kind of image of this man Sigvald do you have? I have strong sense of justice. I'm so compassionate. Something like that. I don't know. Right? Let's see what I said before. You are the bearded, ugly, villainous man who, no matter how you look at it, there's no way Sigvald will hire such a person. The Knight of Justice judges based on appearance. Don't try to say that shit on my face, asshole. Well, my guess is you will eventually put in the trial after arriving in Kunis. Elena is talented and beautiful woman. If you dress her up, it's enough to earn the people's sympathy. Rather, she will gain popularity. It's like you said, they won't care that she is a pirate actress. However, that won't be the case for you. Why? Because people complain that it's a wasted effort for someone like you, who is physically incapable of fitting in. He believes in democratization, correct? If he recruits someone like you, the support of people will decline. You will think hard about that. I don't want to be you. For him, it would be better to put you on trial and punish you properly by the performance of justice. Although Sigvald is pursuing an ideal society, He is just like us in that he will use any means necessary to achieve his goal. Yeah, I like this contrast between the knights and this faction. Yeah, it's kind of good to have a. This is antithesis. Is it antithesis or antis? Whatever. Achieve his goals. Yeah, that's right. You bastard, that's just conjecture, right? Yes, that's correct. You're free to decide whether or not to live and join Kunitz. If you like, I can leave a severance package. In the end, over the name. Sure, okay. How long do I have? Okay, no time at all. Yeah, so that's the, I'll call it, it's pretty short today because we go right now. I have to run, not literally, but figuratively. So, tomorrow will be the, a bit earlier than today, hopefully. Probably, maybe. Depending on how the appointment in the morning goes. Stupid, my phone, I didn't notice my phone wasn't working, so I missed the check-in point for the appointment, which made the reschedule. Luckily, they had a schedule right day after, but it's just a dumb thing, not having a day in my life. Partially, well, mostly because of my fault. Whatever. There we go. Turn 4, and there's been like 6 or 7 events. Well, it's I guess I'm getting good practice in talking, I guess, but I don't know. I probably should actually practice instead of trying to do 3-4 things at once. But then again, time is of limited resources, and it's better to combine them all into one, right? And it's kind of good. Distraction is not the right word, but good. It's been good. Hobby, I guess it's not even hobby though, isn't it? It's kind of weird mix of the practice, hobby, distraction from life. Oh well, that's it for today. Oh, someone watched for 8 seconds. That's interesting. I'm so sorry for your wasted 8 seconds. Well, hopefully it wasn't so painful. I'll be back tomorrow, hopefully, barring any unforeseen events. Should be fine. And see ya.